Today I'm going to show you how to make this stocking cap. Stocking hat? Cap? Either way, it's adjustable, and let's show you how to make it. I have been having a lot of fun with my new yarn winder. It might be my new favorite. I did wind up this yarn. This is Big Twist yarn. It's the house brand from Joann's. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that the color is watermelon. However, I no longer have the sleeve, so I'm not exactly sure about the color, but let's say watermelon. What you want to do is get your yarn, and first you want to crank till you get to your first needle. The white one's the last needle. That's the first needle. And then you want to leave a 2 to 3 inch yarn tail. Secure your yarn underneath the first needle, and then you're going to cast on by going behind the very next needle. And then you go behind that very next needle, then in front of the next. And in a moment, I'll move my hand so you can see better. But the pattern is behind, in front. There we go. You'll be able to see now. So that one's in front, behind, behind. And you do that all the way until you get back to the last stitch. We're at the last needle, which is the white one. The yarn goes behind that needle. Then put your yarn through your feeder. And for Big Twist, I always use the middle tensioner, and I never have any problems with the yarn. And then you're going to go ahead and start cranking. Once you get to your last stitch, or at the end of the last row, that's a white needle that you're going to end on. Go ahead and leave a good amount of a tail, and then cut your yarn. I did 153 stitches, or 153 rows for this hat. And then go ahead and thread your needle with your yarn tail, and remove your yarn from the tensioner, remove it from the feeder, and then go ahead and secure it into that last stitch. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your yarn needle and you're going to start removing your stitches from the machine one by one. You're removing your stitches from the machine onto your needle and onto your yarn tail. Now, what you have at this time is a yarn tube. So go ahead and pull out the tube. You want the right side of your work to be facing you. And you're going to close up both ends of the tube using a drawstring closing or closure. So just start pulling on that yarn tail, and you might have to adjust see that yarn that's right there, you might have to adjust that a bit, but just work it and continue to pull on the yarn tail until you close it as much as you can, and then you use your needle to close it the rest of the way. And like I said, do that to each end, and this is what you're left with. So now let me show you the next step of how we actually turn it into the stocking hat. This hat, with the number of stitches that we did, it wound up being, the tube is approximately 29 inches. My head is, I guess, considered an average woman's size head. And so for like a skull type cap, I would make it 9 inches long. So what I'm doing is I'm just marking this cap at the 9-inch mark. This is just a visual, marker, just to show you that's approximately how far in you want to go with your hat, with the inner part of your hat. So now tuck that one end up into the hat, but you only want to go up approximately 9 inches or however many inches you need for your size head. And once you've done that, then the next step is to try your hat on and make sure that it fits properly. Now this mannequin has a small head. I think it's supposed to be an adult size mannequin, but the head is a bit small on this. So this isn't a true representation of how it looks, but this gives you a pretty good idea. Now I want to show you one other, an alternative. Say you want a brim for your hat. I actually like it without the brim, but if you want a brim, that's fine. Let's say you want a 1.5 inch brim. Then what you would want to do is go in about 3 inches further than what you did originally. And I hope that my yarn math is right. So instead of going at 9 inches, you're actually gonna, I'm marking the hat at the 12-inch mark. And again, this is just to show you. You don't really need the stitch markers. So basically you're gonna tuck your hat in a lot further, several inches further if you want a brim. So once you've tucked that in and you think you've gone in enough, then again, it's just a matter of trying the hat on and seeing if it fits. So again, we have our model here, our nameless model. And as you can see, the brim is an option. Of course, your hat won't go down as far in the back if you choose the brim option, but either one I think is a nice look. The last thing that I want to show you is, I do not know why, I do not understand my obsession with pom-poms, but if you want to, you can add a pom-pom. This is just me looking at different colors and trying to decide. I didn't really have any really good pink options, in my opinion. I did want to go with pink, but I didn't have like this watermelon shade. I didn't even have anything close. Here you go. I went ahead and used the purple pom-pom. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.